Now, that's from a teacher's perspective for using it in your classroom, but you can also use it with your student. You can allow to do research projects, as I mentioned before. Say you were studying about polar bears. Well, you could have put a little organizer, tell your students you got to learn about polar bears, tell them what they need to know, you need to find out about their habitat, you need to find out about their characteristics, and then they could research all that and actually create a website to show what they've learned, and they could do it in small groups, and then they could even present that to the rest of their class. So not only are they teaching themselves, but they're teaching other students as well. And sometimes, as we know, all it takes is one peer explaining something to them in their own language than us sometimes, and they click and they've got it. So these are just some good ways that you can use Weebly in your classroom. So now you're probably thinking of some ideas in your room already that you could do. Some projects maybe that you already implement that are just standard paper and pencil or poster boards that you could do and change with your social studies content. But you don't know exactly how to go from there. So you've got this idea. Well, just like with any good lesson, you've got to have a lesson plan. You've got to have your standards that you want to cover. You've got to know what you want to expect from them and then how you're going to assess them. Well, this design matrix is a good way to do that. It's used on an Excel document, and it kind of just basically breaks down your website, whether it's a classroom website, a unit website, or even if it's for the student, if they're creating a project. Over here at the top it says Module 1. For us, that's the same thing as a chapter. So Chapter 1, Introduction to Weebly, or Chapter 1, Polar Bears. And then over here it lists our goals, which is just your standards. What do you want your students to know based on this chapter, on this website of study? What are they going to learn? And on the side, it says Topic 1, which is just like Lesson 1, and then Lesson 2, Lesson 3, and then in the green it tells your assessments. So it's just a way of organizing, this is my project, this is my website that I'm going to use to teach them, or this is what I want my students to tell me. These are the goals, these are the lessons we're going to use, and these are the assessments that we're going to use for it. And it just is a very easy way to get your thoughts together about what you want your students to accomplish by them creating this website or by you creating a unit of study, either way. And there's a quick little video at the bottom that kind of breaks this down a little bit more. Very quick, we'll watch this.
In Module 1.3, we're going to be talking about the design matrix that you're required to make for this module. I'm showing you the one that was made for Module 1, the Introduction to Weebly, just to give you a feel of what it's supposed to look like. You see that right here it has the module number and the title of the module. After completing this module, students will be able to, this is exactly where we get your modules. This is Module 1.1, 1.2, and Module 1.3. You use that to kind of set out and build what you're going to use as your modules. You can see right here the green is going to be your assignment, and the pinkish purplish blocks are going to be your topics. So as you can see, this is what we use for our modules. What is Weebly and how does it work? How can you use Weebly in creating a design matrix? What you're going to do on these lines is you're going to connect the assignment with what topic it deals with. If you don't have an assignment that goes with at least one topic, then you're not quite doing it right. You have to have one assignment that connects to at least one topic. Okay? Down here you can see that it's color-coded. And I'm going to show you what yours is going to look like when you begin. It just says Objective